Welcome back to another episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. As always, I'm Adam, Alex, Chris, and Keith with me here tonight. We're going to jump into it. October baseball is right around the corner. Playoffs are about to happen. But before we get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the page. Helps us out a lot. It's free to you. So, MLB Playoff Predictions. All of us are Atlanta Braves fans. And we were great to see that we swept the Mets this past weekend. Puts us in first place for the NL East. And I think that's exactly where we need to be. Because I think it is a juggernaut down there in the lower half of that NL bracket.
Yeah, I mean...
What divisions is that with the
West?
NL West.
It's just the Dodgers and Padres are both.
Exactly,
are
so...
insane.
Going from being the 4 seed to the 2 seed, and instead of having to play the Padres and the Dodgers, now you just get the winner of the Phillies or Cardinals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just a game-changing...
Both teams we've owned all year.
So I think, huge momentum shift for Atlanta to get that 2 seed and get that first round bye and having to make this way. If we see the Mets again, that means they would have had to beat the Dodgers
And Padres.
and Padres, you know.
Which means they probably have to go 7 with LA.
God, you would hope, right?
They'd
They probably have to go 7. I mean, they'd probably have to go full length I think the Mets, whoever the Mets are going to have to go to, they're going to have to go full length. I think the Mets showed that they are a very weak team. I think they just got hot in August, September, and they're not going to actually be able to carry that
Momentum.
throughout.
Yeah,
So
it's going to be tough for them.
I mean, you are playing 2 of the best teams in the league that you have to go through.
I think the Padres have underperformed this year.
Oh, absolutely.
To say the least. But they're still a really talented team, and if they are, hot in these 3 games right here with the Mets, it's going to be. I mean, it could be a quick 2-0. It could be.
How great would that be for New York to get bounced out of the number 2 seed and get bounced out of the playoffs in the first round?
I'd love it.
I
mean,
As Braves fans,
they're
I love
doing
it.
nothing but talking shit right now on Atlanta on Braves sites, saying, "Oh, they got lucky. We can't wait to see them again." Yada yada yada. It's like, no,
A sweep's not lucky.
I think
you just
we
dominate.
outplayed you.
Yeah.
So,
it was a game changer. That series it puts Atlanta back in the driver's seat for a real chance to defend a world championship.
So
Yeah.
well, with all that being said, we'll start in, I guess, the top right corner being the Atlanta side of this bracket.
So Phillies Cardinals. Best of 3 in these series. So
I'm going. I want to go to Cardinals just because of the story that is Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols and Adam Wainwright.
Yep.
Like, I want to see those guys do well one more time, and it would be nice to see Bryce Harper not do well.
I'm with you as well. I actually going to take the Cardinals here. I think there's a lot of veteran experience on the Cardinals, and I think if you look at these 2 rosters, the Cardinals have the better, more dangerous lineup between the
Top
two.
to bottom.
Top to
Yeah,
bottom,
Goldschmidt,
especially with Goldschmidt and Arenado.
Mm-hmm.
So Tommy Edmonds has also been fantastic this year. So I think ultimately from a starting pitcher, relief pitcher, closing pitcher, I think both teams are even. And then I think ultimately the lineup difference for the Cardinals will make the difference in the 3 games.
Yeah.
It's also, it's a key thing to note that the Phillies haven't been to the playoffs in, 11 years.
Yeah. 2011 was the last time.
So, that's...
Damn.
Yeah, unless guys they've traded for or moved for or whatever have got experience in the playoffs, that's going to be an it factor. Granted, the Cardinals not going to be light in the playoffs either, but they do have veteran guys up and down the lineup, and I think they are more dangerous, like Chris said. I don't think the Phillies are going to do it, and I also just am a Bryce Harper hater. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is the Phillies just pitched Nola, who has arguably their best pitcher.
Yep.
So you won't see him until the end of that series unless they're going to pitch him on short rest, and we all know how Albert Nola can look on short rest.
Yeah.
So, I would go St. Louis there. I would probably say St. Louis probably takes the sweep. I would feel, because I think St. Louis is primed to make that move for the 3 guys that they got.
Yeah.
So I would say they do that, and then I think Atlanta takes them in maybe 5.
Yeah, so they're moving into the next
division
round.
series.
I think Atlanta wins that.
I think Atlanta takes them in 5, just because based on our pitching, especially when we get Strider back. If Strider comes back and does what he's done all year, I think they can do that.
Yeah.
Out of the bottom, as much as I would like to see the Mets falter, I think the Mets will probably win that series just because when they go to play that series, they'll have DeGrom and Scherzer ready.
Yeah.
Because they just pitched this last weekend, so when they go to pitch it again, they'll have their top 2 guys ready to go out there I mean, even though we made their top 2 guys look like shit, I mean, San Diego isn't as potent as a lineup as I feel we are.
It's hard to it's hard to beat though DeGrom and Scherzer. I mean for us to get those wins off of those guys were phenomenal, and I think it was due to the long ball is what us being able to hit those guys with some home runs. I think is Atlanta's biggest issue is we're not the best situational hitters. We are, I think, kind of reliant on the home run.
Well, unless we've actually done it, I think I sent you this stat the other day.
No sack bunts.
There's been no sacrifice bunts for Atlanta all year. I think the Mets line up better against the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers would have the Padres' money, have their number. So I think you want to see the Mets play the Dodgers, and honestly, I want to see the Mets in the NLCS because I think we can beat them easier than we can beat the Dodgers.
I'll agree with you on that. I think I'm with you on 2 points. I think I'm going to take the Mets in the 3-game series with the Padres. I do think that saying that the Padres don't have as good a lineup as us may be a little
stretch.
Yeah. I think with Juan Soto, Manny Machado,
but Soto hasn't done much of anything since he got traded. I think there was a stat the day that the city was like 5 of 27 over the last like 30 at bats.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's not been what they expected him to be when he came in.
Yeah, I think he's caught fire here or there, but I mean, from Josh Bell, the whole lineup itself, from top to bottom, they have a really good lineup as well. I just don't think they have the pitching depth, and they certainly don't have the closing.
I would say,
Josh Hader's been absolutely terrible for them. So
did they just pitch Snell?
They did just pitch Snell, but Snell's not even pitched that well this year. I think that the Dodgers will beat the Mets, but I'm hoping and saying that I think it'll be a 7-game series for them.
Yeah,
you want it to be a 7-game, and for us to only play like a 4 or 5-game series.
Yeah.
For us to be able to get that rest and get our pitching back in line.
Yeah, I think whoever comes out the bottom half on this bracket for the NL is definitely going to be full-length series. They're going to be, they're going to be going through their starting lineup. They're going to be going through their full pitching rotation. They're going to be diving into the bullpens. So I think, if the Braves can make it through quickly, they will be definitely an advantage because there'll be a lot more rest. That's what I'm hoping for. I do think the Mets are going to get the Padres. I think the Padres are kind of down right now in production. They're definitely not performing to where they were, All-Star break around that area. I just think the Dodgers are just going to. I think the Dodgers, unfortunately, are going to do it like in 5 against the Mets.
Well, the problem for the Dodgers also is they don't have the pitching they had last year. They don't have the starting pitching they had last year.
Yeah, I think they've pieced together their starting pitching really well. I mean, from Tony Gonsolin, who I think is coming back by the time they get to this series, Tyler Anderson,
Urias or whatever.
Julio Urias.
Yeah,
I feel like
Tyler Anderson's been hittable this year. As you know, we've had him all year.
Yeah, he's a guy with a 2.76 ERA. I don't think I'm really worried about him.
No, he's got a 3+.
That's what
Urias is under 3.
Maybe.
Urias is under 3. Right.
But anyway,
I think like the Dodgers last year had, as I'm going to just say, Cy Youngs across the board.
Of course, yeah.
I don't think this year, I'm agreeing with Keith, I don't think it's nearly as much.
The Mets will get past the Padres. I think they have a better lineup and a better matchup there. Come the LA series, I think y'all brought up good points. It is going to have to be a pitching. They're going to have to get pitching right. It's going to be a puzzle there. I know LA is a little different, but they always have given Atlanta a tough time. And I feel like with them having home field advantage, they'll take that series. I think it's going to go 7. So I think the LA is going to be in the World Series is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, and then I'll let you all finish up the NL side before we jump over to the AL side.
I think that was it for the NL side.
I was going to say, I'm good with I think I will take the Braves versus the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, we haven't called it NLCS. I do think if the Braves get there quickly, so, quick work of whatever red team comes out of the wild card. If you don't know, there's 2 red teams in the wild card. If you didn't catch that joke. Whatever red comes out, we're gonna hopefully make quick work of them. And if that happens, I think we will have a really good shot against LA, and I think it will look much different than last year, to where it's not going to look like, every pitch we're holding our breath kind of situation. I think it'll be a bit more comfortable. Just because I do have faith that the Dodgers they're weaker.
Yeah.
They're still a great team, but they are weaker than the juggernaut we had to play last year.
Yes.
And I think the Braves will get through the Dodgers and make it back to the World Series for a chance to defend.
Jumping into the AL side of the MLB, you're looking at Yankees in the top left playing the winner of either it was at Tampa Bay,
Tampa and Cleveland, or in the bottom we have Seattle and Toronto
playing
will face Houston.
So I said this weeks ago to your brother Austin that a team from New York was gonna win the World Series.
Yeah, that was almost months ago.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that was months ago.
So
I'm pretty sure you had that bet in the summer, in like June.
Yeah.
So as much as I'm glad that New York is now having to play San Diego and LA, the Mets that is, and I think they're gonna have a real tough time trying to make the World Series. The team I don't think that's gonna have an issue is the New York Yankees. I think Cleveland wins the series with Tampa Bay.
Wow. Okay.
I like Cleveland in that series, but then I think the Yankees sweep whoever.
Wow, 4 and out, just goodbye like
Yeah.
that.
And the ALDS just
And the
gone.
ALDS.
Nestor Cortez, Garrett Cole,
Not so fast.
James Talion.
Not so fast.
Not so fast.
Need a
I'm
pencil.
telling-
Yeah, it's not so
Not
fast.
so
midget.
fast. So is with you saying Cleveland? I mean, I definitely think Cleveland can win that series against Tampa. I give the edge to Tampa, and I think Tampa can beat New York because they've proven it all year they've been able to beat New York. Because New York had like a 12-game lead, and Tampa brought it back to within 2.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think New York is as strong as what. I mean, they are a good team, but I don't think they're as strong as what they were at the beginning of the season. Their pitching has gone way down.
I also
They don't have the pitching to make it through a tough series. Nestor Cortez has been up and down. I mean, they traded for Manaea. Manaea has done absolutely nothing. Garrett Cole has been hittable all year. I mean, I don't think they have the pitching to go into a deep series against somebody.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna jump out on somebody early and then be like, all right, this is it's all or nothing in the fact because, like you're saying, if they have to go 6-7 games, yes, I think they lose. But if they can jump out 2-0, I think all of a sudden you're gonna see them throwing the kitchen sink at trying to win a game 3 and then bringing back I guess is Nestor considered their ace right now?
Garrett Cole is.
Yeah, so whoever pitched game 1 is gonna pitch again game 4 on short rest, and they're gonna try and win it then and there, in game 4.
Their best pitcher has a 3.5 ERA. Let's to be open here.
Nestor has Nestor Cortez has a 2.44.
But he's not. Well, but he also started the year in the relief, and he's missed a bunch of games.
Yeah.
So I think they're going based off of as many games as they've thrown, and Garrett Cole was the leader.
Yeah, I mean Nestor's only thrown 4 less starts than Garrett, but I don't know why. I guess it's an innings amount is what they're looking at because only James Talion and Garrett Cole are the 2 that are qualified for it. So it's probably like 175 or more innings. But I'm actually completely against both of you. I do think that Tampa actually sweeps Cleveland 2-0. It's over.
Tampa would win.
You said Tampa would win.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah.
Well, then you're not completely.
You're not against
Right.
me, but okay.
You're right. When you open that statement with, I think I could see what you're saying with.
No. I said I think I could see Cleveland winning, but I think Tampa has the upper hand because they have more experience, and they're deeper in a bullpen and deeper in a lineup than what Cleveland has.
Yeah, I think the Guardians. Sorry, I was about to call them the Indians, but I think the Guardians might be the worst MLB playoff team I've seen in a long time. Like the fact that somebody had to win that division is sad, almost. They might should just rethink about the structure of how the playoffs work. But I think Tampa takes care of them real quick.
Put them at the 6 and put a wild card in. 3.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm good with that. Might as well be. So, I do think that I'm with Adam on this, though. I do think the Yankees made pretty quick work of Tampa. I'm with you in a sense where I understand where you're coming from. I do think Garrett Cole James Talion, Nestor Cortez, and now with Severino back, and Severino actually pitching pretty decently, I think they have a 4-man rotation that can get them through the churn of this. The problem for the Yankees is the bullpen. Outside of Clay Holmes, like, who in the world is going to be able to help shut down some of these AL powerhouse lineups?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to
The
face?
problem is also the hitting too, because they strike out a lot.
Oh God, yeah.
You go-
They're
you
bomb
go-
or bust, but I mean,
You go up against some of these pitchers, that are like especially you put them in that ALCS against Houston.
Yeah.
I give the edge to Houston all day. I think Houston. I think Houston's pitching far exceeds what New York can do hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, because just look at Judge. Yeah, he's hit 310 this year. He's going out for he's going for all the marbles in this, and that's why you're saying that New York is going to throw everything they can, because I think they know they're going to lose Aaron Judge at the end of the season. They're not going to have him back.
Yeah.
He's going out west.
I mean, Aaron Judge is the only 300 hitter in that lineup. The only 300 hitter. In
Yeah.
that
So I think what's going to happen is I think Tampa Bay is going to win. I'm not going to go out with a sweep of Cleveland. I think Tampa Bay in the DS will take, at one point in time, a 2-game lead over the Yankees. And the Yankees will start to panic. All the fans will start to lose their cool. But the Yankees will come out victorious.
Okay.
I do think Tampa Bay is going to take the lead at one point in time. And it's just going to be like you said, because they have issues with the bullpen or making games extend out and keeping a decent guy on the mound. But Yankees made it to the ALCS. It's not going to matter whatsoever though, because I think Seattle and Toronto, decent teams, aren't going to stand up to Houston whatsoever.
Yeah.
Houston's going to make quick work out of. I'm going to go Seattle with this one.
that.
Yeah.
Seattle, I mean, it's been how long since they've actually...
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
Ridiculous amount of time.
I say not only that, but the run that they've had the last 10 or 12 games to close this gap and make the wild card,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has been really good. So I think they're coming in hot into the playoffs.
And they get a better matchup against Toronto.
Yeah. I think Seattle's going to win that.
I think it goes.
It's going to be interesting. I think that one's going to be a 3-game. That's going to be a 3-game wild card.
I'm willing to say that I'm just going to go out on a limb on this. I think that's going to be the best of the wild card series. Like, if you want to watch really good baseball, I think those two are going to be the close, tight, intense
4-2
games. Yeah,
kind
the
of balls.
ones that got you on the edge of your seat kind of
Kind
games.
of a pitcher's duel, maybe. Like you
It's
got
going to be really good do or die baseball.
Yeah.
You got a couple RBI singles in here, but no, I think Seattle wins. But then I agree. I think Houston takes care of whoever. But I gotta stand by what I said months ago.
He's got to take the Yankees.
Gotta take the Yankees to the World Series. And not only that, but I gotta take the Yankees winning it because I said a team from New York who I think was gonna win the World Series.
What's a worse take? Me saying that the Dallas Cowboys were my way too early Super Bowl champions, or Adam over here thinking that the Yankees are actually going to win the World Series?
Probably Adam thinking the Yankees are going to win the World Series.
All right.
Well,
Because at least Dallas can make it to the playoffs because that division. Well,
Well, no.
going into the season, that division was horrible. So
No, see, you gotta rethink that thing. There is if Dallas makes the playoffs, we lose first round. So that's all automatically.
you got Cooper Rush, man. Cooper Rush is going to take you all the way.
He might.
As much as I would like to see a Braves-Yankees World Series rematch of the 90s, I do think Houston's going to be victorious out of the AL.
Oh,
And
So
I think we're just going
a
to see a rematch of last year's World Series.
I like it.
So, but Grant, like I said 18 from New York. So if the Mets make it all the way, I gotta see the Mets win it.
Man.
This kid's somehow going to get the Mets versus Yankees World Series.
God, I hope not.
This ain't 86.
He's gonna
But
get
if
the
it is,
Mets
then
versus
I
Yankees
will-
World
Then
Series.
I got to figure out who I actually want to go for.
No, at
We had a
that point,
Subway Series. We had a Subway Series in 2000.
Yeah.
but at that point in time, I will be getting a handwritten letter from Austin.
Yes.
Yes, you will. Should be the only handy thing you get from Austin. I'm gonna go. I'm with Adam actually, or whichever one of y'all said Seattle. I think I'm gonna take Seattle. Toronto is the better team on paper. I'm really excited to see Alex Manoah pitch in a playoff game, though. I really do want to see how young Alex Manoah throws the ball for Toronto, but I'm going to take Seattle on that. I'm with you in the same sense. I think Houston makes pretty quick work of either one of these teams. I will stand by the fact that I think it is going to be the Yankees and Braves in the World Series. Like a 99 was the last time we played the Yankees in the World Series.
Yeah, it was last time we played and lost.
So I'm going to go with the Yankees Braves
No.
World Series for me.
Yeah, that was right. That was the last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking 2001 for some reason, but 2001 was the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Diamondbacks beat the Yankees in 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going rematch. I'm going Houston. I don't think anybody's stopping Houston. I think we're the team that can stop Houston.
Okay.
And if it's Houston and LA, Houston all the way.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be a rematch of last year.
All right.
So in the,
Minus Freddie Freeman.
Minus Freddie Freeman.
Fuck his agents.
Scott
so
Burns.
in that case, all right. So we got a repeat of last year in the
Well,
championship.
you have Dodgers Yankees, so you're taking Yankees.
Yeah.
Who did you say was going to win it?
Oh, the Braves.
Braves.
I think Braves are going to repeat.
I think I'm with him. I'm taking the Braves with the Yankees.
Yeah, I'm going the Braves.
Okay.
All right. You were making a point though.
Oh, what I was gonna ask him was if you have in Houston and Atlanta in the finals, who were you taking? But yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think I still take Atlanta just because I think they still. I mean, if it's anything like it was last year in the World Series and what it was like this past weekend, I mean, ain't nobody gonna beat Atlanta in Atlanta.
And I think the scariest part about though is with Houston's ballpark, especially with us being a more power hitting team, that park is I think just too friendly for our guys.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, what was it? The Solaire's home run that
Jorge Soler hit that one
left
that
the actual
hit out of the
stadium.
park.
Yeah. I think we're going to see repeats of that if Houston and the Braves match up again in the World Series.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah,
So.
but that's our playoff predictions. You've got Yankees, Braves, a little bit of homers, but the Braves are a 100-plus win team.
The
Okay,
team from New York
Yeah.
is winning the World Series.
Okay.
He's dying on that cross,
Yeah.
baby. He is dying on that sword.
He's gonna be the only guy happy if the Braves and Mets meet up.
No, if the Mets
And
and
the
the
Mets
Yankees.
beat the Braves.
The
yeah.
Mets beat the Braves in the
No,
series.
will not be happy for it, but I will be.
You won't be
happy.
like
I will-
super upset. There'll be a little edge taken off of it.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments what you guys think, how you think this is going to break down. If you think we missed anything or if we're just dead ass wrong, just tell us and we'll conversate with you. But yeah, that's our MLB playoff predictions.